Hi, today we're going to read It's Pumpkin Time. This book is written by the author Zoe Hall. It's illustrated by Shari Halpern. That means if Zoe Hall is the author of the book, Zoe wrote the words. Since Shari is the illustrator of the book, Shari drew the pictures. Do you like the season of autumn or fall, when there's pumpkins all around us? I know I do. But did you know that it takes 3 full seasons for pumpkins to grow? Do you know the seasons of the year? There are 4 seasons of the year altogether: spring, summer, fall, and winter. At the end of the book, we'll sing a little song about the seasons of the year. Let's read It's Pumpkin Time by Zoe Hall. What are these? Each of these is a small pumpkin seed. Pumpkin seeds are good for planting. They're also yummy for eating. More pumpkin seeds. This is the title page of the book. The title page tells us the name or title of the book again. It's Pumpkin Time. Can you sound out the word pumpkin with me? P, a, m, p, k, I, n. Pumpkin. Let's say pumpkin together. Pumpkin. It's Pumpkin Time by Zoe Hall, illustrated by Shari Halpern. Before we read the book, I want to skip all the way to the end and show you a text feature called a diagram. This diagram explains to us how the pumpkin seeds grow. First, you plant the seed. Each seed is planted 1 inch deep in the soil. That happens in the spring. After several days, a root grows downward. There's the root. The diagram shows us a label and has a line pointing to the place on the picture that shows what part of the plant we're looking at. 3. A stem starts to grow. Root hairs take in nutrition to help the plant grow. So the root hairs are down here getting nutrients and water from the soil to help the stem and seed grow the plant. The stem grows upward. Inside the tip, seed leaves are tightly curled. The shell of the seed is left behind. So the shell comes off, the stem is curled, it's still under the dirt for now, and the root hairs are starting to turn into bigger roots that collect nutrients from the soil. The stem breaks through the soil. The seed leaves open. The shell breaks down in the soil. The diagram points to each part of the picture for us: the seed leaves, the stem, and we still have the roots getting bigger and bigger, collecting more and more nutrients, and the seed coat or shell breaks down in the soil and becomes part of the soil. The first true pumpkin leaf grows. From now on, the plant will grow leaves with jagged edges, like this one. In the diagram, the text feature of a diagram uses labels and points to the part of the picture that's explaining this to us. Now let's read the book, It's Pumpkin Time. We'll start back on the title page and read all the words now. All summer long, my brother and I get ready for our favorite holiday. Can you guess what it is? What do you think the girl and her brother's favorite holiday is? Halloween! And can you guess what we do to get ready? We plant a jack-o'-lantern patch. What else could we call a jack-o'-lantern patch? We could also call it a pumpkin patch. First, I turn the soil with the shovel, and my brother uses the spade to dig narrow rows just 1 inch deep. Then we drop in pumpkin seeds and cover them with soil. Do you know a synonym for soil? A synonym is another word that means exactly the same thing. What's another word that means the same thing as soil? Dirt. Dirt and soil are synonyms. We water them and wait for the sun to warm them. The children plant their seeds in the spring. They have to wait all the way through summer until fall before they turn into pumpkins. Before long, the seeds grow tiny roots and small green shoots poke up out of the ground. The shoots grow into vines, and the vines grow longer. You see how long the vines have already grown by the end of spring and the first of summer? Every week, we water them and pull up lots of weeds. All plants have basic needs. All plants need light and water to grow. I think the dog enjoys the light and the water as well. And the little boy pulls out the weeds, the plants that don't belong there, so that the pumpkins get all the nutrients from the soil. Soon we see buds where flowers will bloom. The yellow flowers show us where our pumpkins will grow. Did you know that pumpkins start as blooms and then turn into yellow flowers before a pumpkin ever grows? At first, the pumpkins are green and tiny. Green is an adjective that can describe the pumpkin. Tiny is an adjective that describes the pumpkin at the beginning of the season of summer. We know pumpkins that get bigger, but at the beginning of the season of summer, tiny is a great adjective to describe the way the pumpkin is looking. What do you think is happening in this picture? You think it's something good for the pumpkins or bad for the pumpkins? But they grow bigger. So the rain is making the pumpkins grow bigger. Can you see the pumpkins in the summer in the pumpkin patch? This is a pumpkin. This is a pumpkin. This is a pumpkin. What's different about the pumpkins in summer from the pumpkins we collect in fall? In the summer, the pumpkins are still green. Soon, and bigger. Look how big the pumpkins have gotten now. Soon it is fall, and our great big pumpkins change color from green to yellow. At the end of summer and the beginning of fall, the pumpkins finally start to change color. They turn yellow before they turn orange. To orange. Now they are ready to be picked. We have never grown such big pumpkins. Now a different adjective describes the pumpkins this fall. Big is an adjective that can describe the pumpkin once it's fall. Another adjective could be orange or probably even shiny. Lots of adjectives can describe the pumpkins in the fall. Mom and Dad help us cut the pumpkins from the vines. We gather them in a wheelbarrow and take them home. Why would the children and the parents need to use a wheelbarrow to take the pumpkins home? What is a wheelbarrow? What kind of adjective could describe the weight of the pumpkin? The property of weight of a pumpkin would be very heavy in the fall for a big pumpkin, so the children wouldn't be able to carry more than one at a time. They like to use the wheelbarrow so they can carry many pumpkins at the same time, because heavy is definitely an adjective that can describe a pumpkin in the fall. It's Halloween at last! We draw faces on our pumpkins, and Mom and Dad help us cut them, hollow them out, and light candles inside. Now they are jack-o'-lanterns. This one is my favorite. Can you guess what we do next? Can you guess or predict what the children will do next now that they have carved jack-o'-lanterns out of their pumpkin crop? Did you make a prediction? Let's see if we can confirm or deny your prediction. We put on our costumes. It's time to trick or treat. Did you predict the children would go trick-or-treating in costumes? If you did, we confirmed your prediction. If not, maybe you can write a story that ends the way you predicted. Look, even their dog gets a costume. Happy Halloween! What did the boy dress up as for Halloween? What did the girl dress up as for Halloween? I hope you enjoyed learning how the pumpkin grows and how it takes 3 seasons of the year for the pumpkin to grow. It's planted in the spring. It's tiny and green in the summer. As the summer goes on, it gets bigger and turns yellow. And in the fall, the pumpkin finally turns orange. Would you like to sing a season song with me? Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. These are the seasons of the year. I hope you enjoyed learning about how pumpkins grow in the book, It's Pumpkin Time. Please come back and watch again. Enjoy your fall.